That's not good. This is so risky, chat. This is so risky. Good haul. Let's keep moving. Risking the biscuit? Risking the biscuit, dude. Gotta risk that biscuit. Alright. Back to looking for spice. Looking for more. Oh, there's Dave. Hey, Dave. What you doing? You just chilling? Dude, I love so much that you can just see Dave being Dave. He's just doing his thing. Like, that is so awesome. I love that you don't only see him when he's attacking people and stuff. That is so cool that they did that. Oh man, is that the one I was at earlier? There's one over there. Let's get that one. Dave's doing Dave things, man. That's right. Dave's doing Dave things. Hey, big question. What's the current method for safely storing vehicles in inventory for a long log off? There's not one. We were actually just talking about that a little bit. If you're talking about your vehicle, then if it's a scout or a sand bike, you want to store it in a vehicle thing. That's the big thing. If it's a base, you do have to pay taxes every week, and you're going to want to keep your shields up. So those are going to have to stay supplied. Yep. If you want the base. But you can copy the layout of your base if you want to rebuild it later. So there's that. Can you disable taxes on private servers? No, they really restrict what you can do on private servers because they're joined to public worlds. So, CXL says Cohh is half truthing it again. What are you talking about? You bank it? You bank what? CXL. What are you talking about? You can turn off taxes on private servers? Really? Dude. You can disable taxes and storms on private servers? Dude, that's not right. They shouldn't let you do that. That's messed up. Wow, that's actually kind of pay to win. That's messed up. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna do that though. That's weird. That feels weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of want to, but that's weird. We're never turning off storms. No, that's game breaking. I would never want to do that. I know, right? I'm sitting here like, oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. As I'm like reaching for the turn tax off button. Now, you know what? Honestly, I'll leave it to you guys. If you guys want to turn taxes off, I'm kind of like on the fence about it. I mean, they're not that expensive, but they are meaningful. But I mean, you don't really spend money on much else. There are, you know, good items every now and then, but. We good. Okay, no, I want to go back to what CXL said though. Can we add 50 more Daves? That'd be good. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm gonna go down and pick that rest of that up, and then we're gonna go from there. Quite a cranky worm, a little bit. Little bit. So do you just extract the spice from the sand? You do the way I'm doing it. You can pick it up by hand, or you can use the tool I'm using, or you can use an actual sand crawler, which is what the end goal is, and we will eventually be doing. I was talking about the bank storage. Okay, what CXL, can you tell me what I said that was incorrect about the bank storage? I'm sorry, you said I was telling half-truths. I just want to make sure I know what I was saying. I believe you, for the record. I just want to make sure that I'm putting out the right info. I want to know your opinion on which house to join is better. That's not up to me. It all depends on how you want to play the game. I heard their quests are very different. Their styles are different. You will be able to get like the same eventual cosmetics for both sides. You can just pay a lot extra for them. But yeah, in terms of like, it's kind of a flavor thing. You also will be able to defect once. So if you want to like pick a side, buy everything that you can for their cheap prices, then eventually defect, you can do that. But they have said that they're not going to let you like defect back and forth. That's not going to be a thing. There will be a defection quest or quest line you can do, which then will move you to the other side, and then you are done. So, yeah. They did also say that eventually there's going to be a third faction, which is going to be really cool. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, CXL. Okay, so I guess that's true. So I think CXL was saying you could also break your vehicle down into parts and put that in the bank. Yes. But I mean, you could also just pop it in a vehicle storage thing. But for the bigger things, you absolutely could. So for a buggy and an assault ornithopter, that kind of stuff, if you're going to leave the game long term, yes, disassemble those and put them in your bank. And that way you won't have like a vehicle sitting in the world while you aren't playing. That is a great tip, because you can't vehicle tool those things. So yeah, thank you for clarifying that. That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point. Yep, disassemble any larger vehicles. And also, what you should also do is you should consider disassemble and banking your base as well. So if you're not going to come back to the game for like 2 months, disassemble your base, at least all the biggest refiners you have that take the rarest resources, and put those in your bank. Then make a copy of the base with the base tool, and then break the whole thing down and put all that in your bank. And then it would take a little time, but you could absolutely rebuild it later. It would just be, again, very, like, that'd be a lot of work. But you would have all your resources. Yeah. That would work. You would technically be able to do that. Now, I don't know how big the bank is, so you may have some issues there. I don't know how, I haven't used the bank much yet, so that could be a thing. That could be a thing. But yeah, I still wish we had that tool we talked about earlier. I feel the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, man, a tool like that would really hit the spot, you know? Like that would be real nice. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna grab a little bit of this. We want to make sure that we prioritize spice, but since we're out here, I mean, since we're here, right? Hey, Gabriel, you aren't sneaking around out here, are you? Should probably put my shield up just in case. Bank slot is 30 slots and 1,500 in volume. Ooh, that's not big. That's not big. Yeah, that'd be tough. Oh, that was a wash. That's okay. There's many more nodes. Many, many more nodes. What are we up to right now? Oh, good. We got plenty of room. Hurt. But an auto draft system would be a handy way to allow tax payments. Oh, somebody said that if you have money in your bank, it auto pays your taxes.
Good show.
I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, that'd be awesome. Is that true? I haven't confirmed that. Yeah, like if it does do that, then theoretically you can just put a whole bunch of money in your bank, and then as long as you stocked up your power stuff, so your shield stayed up, you'd be good for a while. That is true. Okay. Huh. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just make sure that our bank is like full of money and that all of our power stuff is like set for months before we leave. I mean, we could do it. That is feasible. Probably wouldn't even take that long. The farming might, though. We'd have to look into ways to actually farm money. I've never had to do that. I've just been fine with the passive income of normal gameplay, so may have to see what that looks like. Okay, that's enough. Okay, now it's enough. There we go. No. Yes. Okay, let's go. Now we do need to find some more spice before we go. That is needed. Very, very needed. I don't see any blows. Oh, there's... you know what? We might be able to get something from that. Might be able to get some sloppy seconds over here. Let's go take a look. Can anyone start a private server? Yeah, we actually are going through a server company called Nitrato, and you can order a server through there. Keep in mind, it's like, you know, it's like $30 a month. So if you, I would recommend having a small group of friends if you're interested in getting a server or something. You probably wouldn't want to get it for yourself or anything like that. Yeah. Trash Hunter, thank you for that bomb earlier, by the way. Thank you, man. All right, I think this might still have some on the outside. Right? That looks like it might still be pretty good. Let's see. $57. Oh God, already? Oh, no, turn that off. What are you doing? Okay. Damn it. That was my fault. We're definitely gonna come back down though. Let Dave chill for a bit. Gotta make sure to get nice and high in the sky in case he wants to jump up and say hello. Okay. That was a little concerning, but I think we're good. Okay. He just wants a high five? Yeah, that's all. That's all. I wish the game explained the thumper more. Because I would love to use a thumper effectively, but I also don't want to get eaten by the worm. So I'm in this conundrum where it's like, I'd love to use a thumper, but I don't want to experiment. And I don't exactly know how it works. I know that if I put it somewhere else, it'll attract the worm. But like, will it actually go and eat the thumper? And am I okay to just do things until it does? And if it's aggroed on the thumper, is it still going to be red on my screen? So like, so many questions, chat. So many questions. Inquiring minds must know. It will eat the thumper. You need to know it doesn't work very well. Well, that's great information. Good to know. All right. Looking good, looking good. Making copies, looking good. Was that flower sand there already? Huh. It was. Okay. Oh, yeah, dude, I need to give JP a sub alert. Oh my lord, I do. This is the, oh, Cohh, my chat is angry that you haven't done a notification yet, and I'm just here to relay the info. Oh my, okay. I'm a terrible individual. I'm so sorry. I haven't had time. So much Dune. Oh, wait. Hey, JP, are you recording? Hold on. Can I just say it now and you can record it? Okay, ready? Here we go. I'm not making you a sub alert. I'm playing Dune. All right, you're welcome. Send it. Ship it. Double it. Triple it. Quadruple it. Boop. Bop it. Twist it. Oh, Lord. And storage is full. Okay. We're going to fill us up. As we do. And then we're going home. Mm-hmm. So close. This is it. Yes! Chat, we are out of here. We can't... Man, they should make it so you can leave out the north side. Oh, that'd be so nice. One day. Oh, I will say, I really like that the base is right next to the zone. So now we have this nice little waypoint of our guild base. That's great. Know exactly where to go. Love the t-shirt. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. On the road again. Great. Oh, do we even have to stop at any ships? Yeah, we could drop some stuff. There is stuff we could drop. If we see a ship, we may peruse. A bit of perusing may occur. Let's take a look. No, it's stuck in my head. That's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day. Yeah, probably. Still worth to get into the game now, or is it too late for solo players? Oh, no, I would say it's not too late at all. Oh. I think a solo player could pick up right now. What you may want to do, like if you're playing on a private server, especially if you know the people you're going to be playing with, you can play this game whenever. It does not matter. Especially if you're in a world that you know the private world isn't just like being griefed all over the place. Public may be a little bit different. And the big problem here is we're not really sure what the community is going to look like over time. The short and kind of the reality of the situation is PvP is not super strong in this game, but a lot of people are still having fun with it. Now, unless the PvP system gets significantly better in a relatively short amount of time, I don't know how that group is going to do long term. So, that being said, as that group calms down, it will be easier and easier for solo players to just do what they want in the deep desert. And you know, so that is, but again, we don't know if they fix PvP and it becomes awesome and they give like real incentives for people to go out and have a fun time in PvP. Well, then deep desert is going to become a cluster. So, and it would be very difficult for a solo player to be able to go out and do that. But in its current state, the game is still relatively new. I mean, it's only been out a week, and not everyone has 15 hours a day to play. So it's going to be probably at least a few more weeks until like the casual hump starts getting to the deep desert. And that's when we're really going to be able to start talking about what the effect on solo players is going to be like. But right now, the only people that are in the deep desert are people that are kind of, in many ways, well, I don't want to, it has been a week, but the people that are like really heavily PvPing in the deep desert are people that are doing, you know, the 8+ hour sessions a day at this point. And they're almost all in at least small to, in some cases, very large groups. And then there's absolutely people no life in the game. So yeah, it's that kind of was a very long-winded answer to your not so long-winded question, but that's kind of where everything is sitting right now. So the TLDR is private server, probably good to go, but we're not really going to know the answer to the rest of that question until at least probably a few more weeks goes by. No-lifers? Oh yeah. The no-lifers. I no-life many a game. It can be a lot of fun. Funslicker says, with online games, you got to wait until the community gets endgame. You need to wait until the casual gets to endgame. You need, because the way that it works is generally the power gamers get there early and they get there quick. And then they get super beefed up. And then you have to wait for that second wave where the general population gets in. And that really varies game to game on what happens then. It depends a lot on like the size of the two groups. And it also depends a lot of times on the amount of space between those two groups. MMOs have died because the casual group can't get to the PvPers fast enough before the PvPers are like, this game sucks, nobody's playing it, I'm leaving. And like that is sunk PvP MMOs in the past. So it's a balance, man. It's a fine balance it does kind of have to play with. So and again, they're right now, like, and again, I love Dune. But they are flirting with disaster with this PvP system being like the end game. Like the PvP in this game right now is not great. It's not great. It's not good enough to be a pillar of this game. Even the people that are enjoying it are enjoying it because they're finding ways to bug it and ways to get around the problems, which is like, you know, they're not playing PvP to PvP. They're playing PvP to outbug the other person. But yeah, it's they got to get that under control, man. Like I hope they're super in the trenches about it, because yeah, it's I really want to participate in fun PvP in this game. I think it could be awesome if they get it right. Like the rest of the game is so much fun. It's such a great time with the rest of it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. What happened to my arch? Not here yet. Still on the way. Still on the way. I'm gonna send an email to Arch and I'm gonna be like, guys, I've had this bike on order for 6 years. At this point, my community is holding me hostage, and the only thing we can do is a proof of life live video from Keanu Reeves that the bike is actually still coming and that this is real and that I haven't just been making this up for the last 6 years. I think that's the only thing we can do, and he needs to hold up a paper with the date on it, so we know it's real. Yeah, I think that's the only thing we can do. That's it. Oh man. But no, the short of it is, to their credit, they check in every so often and just let me know what's going on. Arch is really busy with their new production 1S models. which are awesome. They're actually like the little brother to the Method 143, which is a bike that I have on order. So they're getting all that under control and locked down, and they're also doing parts of my bike on the way, but that's their focus, is they get all their books and stuff in order. And oh yeah, man, that's it. Zero G says, wait, Cohh ordered a Cyberpunk 2077 motorcycle. I ordered a Method 143 from Arch, which is the bike that the Cyberpunk bike is based on. I got scammed. Well, I mean, they haven't scammed me yet. I'd have to have things of mine scam me. But yeah. Yes. No, they check the owner checks, the owner of Arch checks in usually a few times a year. Just let me know what's going on and all that kind of stuff, which is awesome. I appreciate that. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Away. You mean Keanu Reeves? No. The other owner. No, I've never spoken to Keanu Reeves. I'd love to at some point. Aegis says, a few times a year, bro, just get them to make your bike. So I think some of you guys don't really, this bike that I've ordered, they're making 23 of them total. This is not a bike that I'm going to be riding all around. This is like a work of art. So I'm not really rushing them. They can take another 10 years as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. Like, I don't mind. It's fine. Whatever. If it actually gets here, I'll be thrilled. It shouldn't take 5 years to get a bike. Well, here's the thing. Normally you're right. But this is from a company that everything on these bikes is custom. And I ordered it right before COVID. And they were very open with the fact that during COVID, multiple of their custom part manufacturers went out of business. Shipping was a complete mess. And not only did they have to wait out COVID, but then they had to wait to try to find companies, which took them years. And they eventually had to, I think, start a company because they couldn't even find a company that did what they were doing before. And they've been having to do that while making a new production bike and making changes on their other production bike. And they're not a giant company. So, and they're making these other massive monster bikes at the same time. So they're doing a lot, man. And again, I'm not really concerned. I'm not concerned. Like, you know, whatever. It'll get here when it gets here. I don't need it. So it's fine. How's it custom parts if they have manufacturers? Because they are customized parts for the bikes that you order from them, and those parts have to be manufactured. I think that checks out, doesn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How much did it cost? About $350. Yeah, it'll be a great 60th birthday present. Absolutely. Yep. That's cool. Yeah. Is there one worm per deep desert zone, says Pat Will? No. There's lots of different Daves. Dave is prolific. Yeah. Very prolific worm. Your method is the Star Citizen of bikes. Maybe so. Maybe so. We'll have to see. It's inspired by Cyberpunk 2077 because it's actually being built by 2077. You know, if I have to Mr. House myself to get my method, you know, you do what you got to do, man. You do what you got to do. Yep. You do what you got to do. Oh, was that alarm sound somebody getting discovered? Oh my God, look at that. I think it was. Oh, I just went out of sight. I think, oh, that poor person. That poor individual. I love that we can hear that from this far away. We can hear their shame. That's fantastic. Ow, ow. Too girthy for this tiny hanger. Jeez. They contain me, chat. All right, let's see. During the Butlerian Jihad, pulse blades were used to cut through the thinking machines and damage their electronics with pulses of deadly electricity. It is said that the secret of their making was lost during the ensuing centuries. This unique blade gives a small jolt of electrical energy to the palm when hitting an enemy, offering a small stamina boost. Interesting. That sounds kind of awesome. Okay, what are you chungusing on? More of this stuff. Down to here. Oh, 87. Okay. Need you. And you. And, oh, wow. Jeez. More. Aha, 170. You love to see it. Okay. Oh, wait. No. We're going to take all that to the other base, actually. Get that going there. We'll leave this here. And we'll go down to here before we go. Oh, we can just... The disassembler's actually at the other base, too. Alright. Grab that, too. Cool. Oh. Oh, no. We're already out of corpses again? Jeez. I tell you. That is so much delicious spice. Alright, let's go. We gotta get out of here. Guess it's time to go make more corpses? Yeah, I know, right? Actually, we should put one more in at least. There we go. More corpses for the corpse god. Corpses for the corpse throne. Or something. Alright, let's go. Those corpse hunting adventures, that's right. I love how this game is just being a vampire with extra steps. Yeah. It was a bit like Graveyard Keeper. A little bit. It does, doesn't it? You're right, Silver and Deer. It does have some Graveyard Keeper vibes. Constantly managing your bodies for resources. After a recent unplanned outage at my base, I'm making all future bases with side and bottom entry docks. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. For a storm, I'm assuming? Yeah. 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 That'll do it. That'll do it. Mm-hmm. Endgame, you should be able to ride a worm. I think endgame, you should be able to ride the snake. Yeah. I keep dying and having to basically start over when it tells me to go north. The worm just paces back and forth and I can never get past it. Try making a bike. Try making a little base and making a bike. It's worth it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do. If the power goes out, anything with an open roof frags the base and inner structures. Oh, you mean the stuff in it? Yeah. You have to repair them and stuff. Oh god. Oh, junk. Perfect. Go. This is our other base, but this one we've barely started. Long ways to go. Oh, thanks, Bray. Glad you like it. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. We're chugging along. Oh, we got to get some water out here. Yeah, we got to get some. I think it's. Are we ready to move our corpse thing out? I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. Maybe that'll be the first thing we do tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good time. I am out of here for now. I will be back in just about an hour or so, probably right before 2 p.m. And we're going to play a couple hours of War Torn this afternoon. I am super excited, and I hope to see you there for it. If you are following War Torn, that's the game that I've been advising on, the mechanics and such. It went live today, so you can actually buy and play War Torn right meow, which is awesome. So we're going to play some this afternoon. So if you'd like to check it out before you buy it, well, I'll be back then. As a final shout out, we also have coffee now, cohh.tv/coffee. And I will see you guys in a bit for War Torn.